Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a quiet little town with her mother and father. She was a happy child, and she loved her mother and father just as all little children do. She knew of some of the more unpleasant aspects of the world, but she didn't care, for she loved her mother and father, and they loved her back. At least, that's what she thought. For you see, her parents did not love her because she was their daughter. They loved her because of what they planned to do with her. They worshipped a great and powerful God, and they loved their God more than their daughter. When the little girl became 13 years old, her parents revealed to her why she had been born. While other sects of their church wished to give birth to their God, or simply live peaceful lives in a pact with God, the sect that the little girl's parents belonged to had other goals. They did not believe that God should be on this wretched earth. At least, not until the unbelievers could be purged. And so they told their daughter that loved them very much that her entire purpose in life was to be drained of her essence, so that they could forge a weapon that would smite whomever or whatever they so desired, to cleanse the world of those that did not believe, to usher in their paradise. And they tormented their daughter that loved them, brought about pain and suffering to her, so that she had no strength left save for her will and her mind. All through it they laughed and were gleeful, even when the daughter wept and sobbed from what they did to her. They said the same thing over and over. "Feel the love of God! Feel your ascension into His glory! May the love of God guide you!" Finally, they began to drain her blood, the liquid essence of her will, so that the ritual for the weapon could be completed. It was then that the daughter stopped loving her parents. She realized that they had never loved her, had never seen her as anything else other than the means to their goals. And she grew very angry and hateful, but she did as her parents had wanted, lost everything that she was so that they could have their weapon and kill for their God. The daughter poured all of her rage, all of her hate, all of everything that was mad that her love had held back into that weapon. Every unchecked drop of emotion was placed into the instrument. It seemed as if she had put her very soul into it. And when the parents tried to pick up the weapon, to use it in their righteous cause, the weapon burned them, burned their minds, and burned their souls. It plunged their psyches into nightmares too horrible for them to comprehend, giving reprieve only so it could be snatched up, and the haunting of their very being could continue. But before the parents received their final suffering, they asked the weapon why. Why would it do this to them? They loved their God, and had even sacrificed the life of their own daughter for it. And the weapon replied, "Because you were my God, and all I have done is follow your teachings of love." And with those words etched into their last thoughts, the parents descended into madness and death, the weapon laughing in loving devotion.